Have you ever trusted someone completely, only to realize they weren't who you thought they were? And just when you thought you had someone all figured out, betrayal can be unexpected, leaving you questioning everything. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Trust is not always as it appears. There are times that people present to you one image and yet present something entirely otherwise when it counts. It's difficult to realize, but however much you believe in a person, their true character will always come through. And that's precisely what the scorpion and the frog does. This ageless fable shows us why others behave self-destructively, despite it hurting them. And knowing this will help you be aware of red flags, save yourself the trouble, and learn how to untap your potential. Welcome to Untapping Your Potential, where we will share with you motivational stories, motivational figures, comeback stories, and public speaking tips that will keep you growing and inspire you to take action. For the frog, it had been a long day. He had jumped between the lily pads for hours, catching dragonflies while the morning sun shone warmly on them. Life on the riverbank was predictable, a cycle of feeding, basking, and avoiding danger. And by noon, the frog had taken up residence in the cool shade of a willow tree, where it observed the glistening water as it rippled in the wind. Then came the scorpion, a solitary figure struggling at the river's edge, gleaming into the sunlight. With his pincers twitching in distress, the scorpion was obviously distressed. "Frog, I need your help," the scorpion called out. "I have to cross this river even though I can't swim. Do you think you could carry me on your back?" And the frog recoiled, instinct screaming at him. "Do I look like I was born yesterday? You'd sting me even if I let you on my back." And the scorpion lifted his claws in innocence. "Be logical," it reasoned. "If I stung you, I'd drown myself." Now the frog, he considered this. It made sense. No matter how dangerous, a creature would not act against its own survival. Hesitantly, the frog lowered himself to the river's edge. "Climb aboard, then." And they set off, the frog's powerful legs pushing against the current. And without much fuss, the scorpion held fast to the frog's back. It was all smooth at first. The cool river water lapped the frog's sides as it gurgled softly. And for a moment, the frog pondered whether he had misjudged the scorpion. Being in the middle of the river, the mood shifted. The frog noticed that the scorpion's weight had slightly changed. The scorpion tightened his grip and gave a slight flex to its tail. The frog's heart hammered loudly against his ears. He felt a sense of impending doom, but didn't want to think negatively about the scorpion. Not yet. "Scorpion," the frog croaked, attempting to maintain a steady tone. "We were so close." And then, the sting. A sharp, searing pain shot through the frog's spine. His movements jerked as his swimming became sluggish. Paralysis seeped into his veins as the water swirled around him. The sky above, the vast open sky, seemed to tilt and sway as his vision became blurry. "Why?" the frog whispered in disbelief. His once strong legs were now uselessly hanging below him. "Why would you do this?" With a nearly wistful sigh, the scorpion exhaled. "I can't help it. It just comes naturally for me." And the frog's body, once so full of life, grew heavier. The river, once a gentle companion, now roared in his ears. He struggled to keep his head above water, but it was futile. The current pulled him under. The frog felt time slow down. Still clinging to the remainder of his consciousness, his mind wandered through memories, including the sensation of a flawless sleep, the golden sun warming his skin, and the soft croaking of his relatives at dusk. Once he had been content. His home and haven had been the river. It would now be his grave. The frog stared at the scorpion as he sank, watching it struggle against the water's pool. Usually so icy, the scorpion's eyes now had a look of regret in them. But regret would not save either of them. The river took them both. And on the banks, the world remained unchanged. The heron still sank to his prey. The dragonflies still danced into the sun. And the willow tree still cast its cool shade over the water. The river, indifferent and eternal, carried on. Some people are not loyal to you. They are loyal to their need of you. And once their needs change, so does their loyalty. Trust is fragile. It holds relationships together, whether friendships, partnerships, or even brief encounters between strangers. You want to believe in the goodness of others. You tell yourself that if you treat people with kindness, they will return it. But sometimes the truth is, not everyone operates that way. The frog wanted to believe in the scorpion. He wanted to see the best in him. And even though every instinct warned him otherwise, he gave him the benefit of the doubt, thinking that logic, reason, and fairness would keep the scorpion from doing harm. But in the end, the scorpion's nature overpowered any logic. He stung the very creature that tried to help him, dooming them both. This story reflects a problematic reality. Some people will hurt you, even if it costs them, because that is simply who they are. They don't betray you because of something you did. They betray you because it's in their nature. And as Maya Angelou said, when someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. How many times have you ignored the warning signs about someone? Maybe they showed up selfishly, dishonest, or cruelty in small ways, but they lied to others, but assured you it was different with you. Maybe they took advantage of someone, but convinced you that they had a good reason. It's easy to justify bad behavior when you want to believe in someone, and you think, they wouldn't do that to me. They would never. You assume they will change with enough love, patience, and or I can fix them mentality. But that's not how it works. When someone shows you who they are, through their actions, through their patterns of behavior, through the way they treat others, believe them. The frog thought he was making a compassionate choice, but in reality, he was ignoring the truth. He silenced his gut instincts, hoping for the best, and in the end, that blind trust cost him everything. However, don't let one scorpion make you distrust every frog in the world. There are kind and trustworthy people out there. Be open, but be wise. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. Understanding these truths about trust and human nature is only the first step. The real power comes from applying these lessons to your own life. And here's how these life lessons could help you. 1. Recognize patterns and not promises. We hurt people that love us and love people that hurt us. Kendrick Lamar. 2. Set healthy boundaries. You are in control of your life. Set new boundaries by removing all of those toxic people from your inner circle. Germany Kent. And 3. Don't expect people to change overnight. Some people are not loyal to you. They are loyal to their need of you. And once their needs change, so does their loyalty. Remember, don't wait for this thing. Don't convince yourself that this time will be different. That doesn't mean you should stop trusting altogether. It doesn't mean you should become cold or cynical, but it does mean you need to be wise. There's a difference between giving someone grace and ignoring who they have repeatedly shown themselves to be. Thanks for watching this video. How would you like to hear more motivational stories consistently? Do me a favor and support the channel by sharing and commenting below. And please make sure to like and hit that subscribe button to get the latest update. Soon, you will be on your way to feeling inspired.